Trying to find what you could do.
No, it wasn't at all. Honestly, like, I don't think like that. Dick thinks like that because that's how Dick always
was just getting out of here and seeing real people.
I had a lot, like I said before, how like the temperature, like what temperature should be. I read how to clean the pool. I read.
That's purely coincidental that the 2 pages it was open to were the food and the exits, right?
Those aren't. I read pretty much the whole book.
You are a fucking liar.
No, I'm not.
I watched you, you stupid lie. You
And he
stupid
didn't
lie.
watch me. He's the biggest
Not
liar.
even a smart liar. Stupid liar.
Who I'm sure has made deals with all of us in this house.
No,
or tried to.
Not me.
And I told him I couldn't, and that's why he freaked out on me. Because I just said I couldn't be with him. I told Danielle that, and they both got upset with me. So I just can't with him.
Skew you, and then I got.
But it's not about him. Honestly, like I was telling Jess, like I realized that you guys are here for the game, and I totally get that. And when I was eating, I wasn't. I don't know what thing you're upset about. What are you upset about?
Me?
Yeah, everything.
I'm just upset what you said to Jameka right now. Like,
Yeah.
Jen, I have these talks with you all the time, and I tell you, don't let people take advantage of you. You know, think before you say things.
I know. I suck
tell
at
you,
that.
I see that you're a sweet girl deep down inside, but it's just I don't know if it hasn't. I don't know what. And I always tell you that. And when I tell you that, I mean that. But
Sometimes
like,
I just say things. I don't really. I honestly like. I think how I think about how I say things, like I say them, and then like other people take them so much differently than I said them. Like every single time, not every time, but a lot of times whenever it's bad, it's like I don't think bad things, and so I don't think others think that way either. And it happens to be that most of the time, people. Like, I know that you guys see me in here and I apparently seem rude and whatever, but, like, outside of this, like, I'm, like, the friend that does anything for you. Like, I've never said anything bad about anyone. I'm always 100% honest and truthful.
well,
And, yeah,
why,
I do talk.
Why is it changing this
I'm
house
not.
then?
I am like that. Just everyone points out these things that I'm doing or saying. It's like you have to get to know me and know that I don't mean the things that I
tell
say
you all the
sometimes.
time.
Like, honestly, like,
But why? Just
I
because
don't
you
mean
know
them
you're
how
going
people
home,
say
why,
them.
I mean, you knew. This is what I don't understand. You knew when you got picked, when you were going on the show, that if you didn't make it to the end, you were going to have to go to sequester. If it was the last final 7, you know, why now that you're going home are you saying they need to offer you a lot? Like, why are you making them bribe you to go to sequester when in turn you initially said when you came here that you would go to sequester if you didn't make it to the final 2? It's like you're ruining. I mean, that's part of this game. You get to go to wherever I don't know, wherever it's at, and be on a beach and sit there and for the next month. Like, big deal. Like, that's.
I honestly, like, I have a lot to do in my life. Like, sitting on a beach in Mexico, like, this was already a lot to do, and this is fun, and that's why I did it, for the experience. Sitting on a beach in Mexico for a month, like, I don't have time for that. Like, I don't go on vacations. Like, I do a lot of stuff.
If that was the case, though, when they told you about and they picked you.
I honestly, like, I already have missed so much to be here. Like, I haven't said it because I didn't want to be like that, but I missed a lot of really cool, a lot of really important, a lot of things, and I don't want to miss any more of those things to be sitting in a house in Mexico. You know?
I know, Jen, but when you
like, I might ruin my life.
For...
It's a show, my life, a show, my life. Like, I picked my life.
But you were picked for this show, and you knew you had to go to sequester. So now that you know you're not going to be making it, to
no,
the
I'm
final...
not even saying like. Honestly, what I said, because Eric...
Then someone else should have been here that wanted to be here. You should have told them, you know what, if I can't guarantee that I'm going to make it to the final 2, I don't want to go to sequester. Now that you know you're going to sequester, you're ruining the whole game.
Well, I've always said that, but it just gets pointed out now that it's like at the last point. But the reason why everything happened the way it did is because before being here, I specifically asked, if they're like, well, what if there's smokers there? And I said, if there's smokers there, I'll throw all their cigarettes in the pool because I absolutely hate cigarettes and I can't handle it. And they're like, oh, that's funny. And I'm like, would I be allowed to do that? And they're like, well, they're like, well, they had the toilet brush thing or whatever with the toothbrush or something. Like, you can't do that because that's like hazardous to your health or whatever. But throwing away someone's cigarettes in the pool isn't hazardous to their health. If anything, it's makes everyone more healthy, so I don't see a problem with that. So I finally found Dick cigarettes. I'd already broken 3 packs. I don't know if you remember. That was like a long time ago. I absolutely hate cigarettes. I've always made it very, very apparent. It's not like it's new. And I finally found where they were, not yesterday, but the day before. So I planned to do it the next day because it was like, I don't know, remember when it was, but I think I even remember saying it to you, Jameka, that I found his secret hiding spot. I don't know, well, it doesn't matter. I don't want to involve you. But, so I found them, I broke them all up, and whatever, and then they called me the diary room, and they're like, oh, you can't do that, blah, 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 and I was like, what do you mean I can't do that? Like, I specifically asked if I could do this, like, now you're telling me I can't do this? And at this time, Dick's binding all my stuff, takes my stuff out of everywhere, puts it in Danielle's room, so I don't have anything. So basically, had they just told me that I couldn't do that previously, I would have never done that, this whole incident wouldn't have happened, and he wouldn't have taken my stuff. I wouldn't have taken his cigarettes. Like, I wouldn't have ever had that thought process. I probably wouldn't even be here because I honestly hate cigarettes so much that I told him I wouldn't even be on the show if there was smokers. I wrote it on my thing 1,000,000 times, and that the only reason that I was going to do it is because I was allowed to put cigarettes in the pool if it was. Anyways, so I was so mad at them after talking to them for an hour and crying and being so upset about it that I couldn't do that and that they were going to return, they're going to go to the store and buy them cigarettes. I was like, you know what, you guys lied to me, I'm just going to go, I was like, forget this, like, I'm going to go eat then. Like, that's all I could do to get mad at them. Honestly, that's the only thing I could think of to get even with them. And so that's what I did. And like, I didn't think about everyone in the house, how they would look at me or anything. Like, I wasn't doing it for the house. I was doing it for being mad at the production people for lying to me in the first place and then basically making it so I have to make this big spectacle where I did his cigarettes. Like, I knew that was going to be bad, but I didn't realize that he was going to get them back and I was going to have my clothes missing and have this whole thing. I don't know. I just got all frustrated. So I don't know, I'm not justifying it because I realize it's still bad, but that's what happened.